Hello guys, this is Libin Prince and I'm back with you with another fantastic video. This one I want to bring your attention to the #1 piece of software that we can get our hands on, that we even have as well, but not knowing how to use it or even if we're using it. This is the same software that the likes of Steve Jobs have used to master himself into the Hall of Fame where Apple product or the empire is concerned. This is the same software that people even into the distant past that build the pyramid they have been using. This is the same software that the likes of businessmen likes. You could use like Richard Branson, anyone you want to choose for yourself, Donald Trump, all of these business guys out there, even on the Wall Street, you can see this piece of software being using every day. And even sometimes you wonder like, how do these guys make it so big into different field? It's because they simple tap into that piece of software that makes them who they are today. Even great scientists of the distant time, the Plato, the Socrates, the Einstein, all of these guys gain access to this one piece of software. And this software that I'm referring to, my friends, it is the brain. We have to start to get access to that piece of software. This is the best piece of software that ever invented in this world, into this galaxy. It is the brain. It just so happened that most of us have our brain that's remain dormant and that's remain like non-functionable. Most of the time we don't even want to think a thought for our own self, let alone to use it to better ourselves, to better our environment, to better our family, and to better this world as well. This is a piece of software that all of these men of renown and men in our modern time has been using, and spending so much time to perfect or to get the maximum thrust from. And most of us is just like not paying attention to the ball game, and the ball game is changing where the brain is concerned. If you look around where technology is concerned, all of this thing that you have to touch this, you have to use iris, you have to use fingerprint, thumb, everything to gain access to, because technology is getting to the other level where, man, you're gonna be, even if you're not like a graduate with any certificate or degree underneath your belt where technology is concerned, you're gonna have to learn or grasp the basic just to survive into this world. That's what it is this day, you know what I mean? So there's no going around it. We have to start to master our own brain, get into it, tap into it, and take out that fear factor that have us stuck into this situation that we are into. The mass majority, I'm speaking, because the 10 to 20% of those who are making it is those who trust the insight, trust the mind, trust the ideas, the creativity, and they go forward and do what they gotta do. While most of us sit back, stand back, and like, wow, that was great that he does or she does. But we don't see ourselves in that greatness. We don't see ourselves sitting among the great minds of this day and age, or even the distant past memory. We don't see ourselves equate ourselves with these men and women. And that's where our problem lies. We put too much fear where fear not needs to be. You know what I mean? We have to start to trust our ability into whatever our hands gonna get doing, or what our ideas are. We have to start believing our ideas and our creativity, because even all of those great men that I just mentioned, some of them, and those in the distant past, people of their time, they didn't believe in the ideas or the dream or the thought that they want to like improvise or share with them and to make a difference. But like I said, they still didn't stop there. They keep moving, even like the likes of, like all of us like chicken, you know. So let's use Colonel himself. His vision at the time in his 60s, going 70s, no one believed in the idea. All the bands he went to, they didn't understand like what he was seeing in his vision. And guess what happened? Look, everywhere you go right now, you have Colonel, and every corner street, every business place want to talk about Colonel, you know, as maybe as a template, our business template, or the idea, as us to believe in our own as well. And you take the lives of Edison, when he was doing the light and the switch at the time, it wasn't coming on in the first switch of that switch with the light bulb. They said it goes on to 999 times before the next switch was and the light came on. So it's the same thing with our ideas. Some of us think our brain ain't got shit to do with nothing, but we have to start to tap into that brain, because that's what will make us either wealthy or broke, either happy or sad, you know. So that's where it is. And we can live the life or live the dream that we want to live, but we have to start to get access back to our brain and use it to the best of our ability. Because there's no point having the best piece of machine or tool in this hemisphere or in this world or galaxy, but still ain't using it. You know, we're still sitting here being broke. We can't think good ideas. We can still, you know, we have to start to do stuff. And we start with the brain, get access to the brain. The human brain is made up of over 100 billion neurons and over 100 trillion synapses. So we're talking about like major forces, major power that we have within this head. That's the reason why you have government, churches, everything want to dumb down the society, because they know the capability, if it was to harness the power of the brain, what kind of people or individual we could become, or where you could become on a whole as well. So you look around, they have to, like I said, dumb us down in a situation where we don't have the right diet, we don't have the right sleeping pattern, we don't have the right anything at this minute, the right thought of thing, we don't have that, because you rob the brain of those nutrients, then it's just like, there's nothing the brain can do. You just have to regurgitate what the media says, what the system says, and just keep it on autopilot. But if it was to get like all of those proper information to let the brain tick the way it's supposed to tick, then trust me, you would have like machine that the whole world fear of. Just like you said, okay, the fear of nuclear bombs. We're walking around with a nuclear bomb, which is our brain. But like I said, they removed the pin from it, so all we got is just the, you know, the shell of it. So we have to start to trust ourselves, trust our belief system, trust our own faith, trust our abilities, trust our capabilities. Don't let anyone tell you anything. They're always going to have the naysayers and all of that going to come and give you their own opinions. But trust me, show me one thing that opinion have built out there, any monument. There's none. So you have to start to go out there into your own strength, in your own vision, and fulfill that dream, fulfill that business prospect, fulfill that career path, fulfill that relationship that you think you could never have. Fulfill all of the things that you're here to do while you're here. Because there's no point to go, because the best place right now, the wealthiest place right now on earth is in the graveyard. There are certain brilliant minds that are in the graveyard at this minute. But what's the point of taking back all of your great gifts and your talent back to the graveyard? That doesn't make sense. So find your place in society and fulfill that task and that role. But you cannot do it without the brain. You cannot do it without the brain functioning at its best as well. So you have to find the right food, find the right diet, you know, do your techniques, do breathing, do anything that can enhance the brain. Do it, use music, anything that can realign back your brain to get the maximum thrust from it. You're gonna have to start doing it, because that's the best piece of undeveloped software that we all have access to. Not just one, but we all have access to our brain. But it's how they have trained us over the course of time to doubt ourselves, to have fear where we should never have fear in an instant. But guess what happens? We can correct that. We can step back into our own self and take full control. It doesn't matter what government says, media says, other system says, we can override that, because the brain have the capability to do so. You got wealth inside here, not poverty. You got health inside there, not illness. So let's tap into it and get the best out of our brain and get access to that one piece of software that we all can make to make a difference for ourselves and a difference to our community and a difference to our family as well. So share this information with your loved ones, with friends, thumb it up as well. And also thank you very much. If you could hit the subscription button, I would appreciate that very much as well. And God bless you. And please leave me a comment into this video if it's enlightened me, if it resonate with you some way or some form. Drop me a comment as well. Thank you very much one more time again to hang out with me. God bless you and have a peaceful day. Peace.